see, we have 5 features that we would want to demonstrate to you. We have what we call content-aware crop. We have select and mask, face-aware liquify, match font, and create pattern. So let's move on with content-aware crop. As you would see, let's go back here to Photoshop. Before, when you are creating this type of photography or this type of photo, what's the problem with this photo? Can anyone say ano nakikita niyong problema dito sa photo na to?
Hindi siya photography, hindi siya straight.
Hindi siya straight.
Horizontal.
Okay. What's your name, sir? Again?
Alger.
Alger, kasi para malaman natin sa Facebook Live audience natin. So, Sir Alger said, he said that the horizon is not straight, right? Okay. So, how do we do that? We go to the crop tool. Of all the tools, it is inside the crop tool. Okay? So we have an option here sa taas. We have the straighten tool. Okay? So when we tap that, and then we draw the horizon, as you would see, this would be straight now. But the problem is we have additional, we don't have additional information from this part, and to this part. Okay? Before, if we don't have content aware, this would happen. This would just chop off the details that we have on the photo, right? Which is not good. Before, let's just press enter, and as you would see, we've lost some of the information. But let's undo, and then let's do again the straighten. Let's do again the horizon. And then let's click on content aware. And then after we click on commit, or press return on your keyboard, as you would see, this will automatically fill the gaps for you. Right? Speechless? Okay. What if, for example, what if we want to implement that? That's great. But what if you want to implement additional pixels from the top and from the bottom? Diba? Let's do this. So if I want, I could just take focus on this. In this example, let's just extend this. And then let's make this smaller here. If I press on the commit button, this will automatically fill information that you need. Although we have some errors, as you would see here. That's really practical application. What we can do is that we use the spot healing brush tool. If you're using that, we're just going to brush some of this, make the brush more bigger. And then, actually, this would save you a lot of time rather than redrawing all of this and just doing that. For example, if you have inconsistency here, you just want to make random pixels or data here, just have to brush this, then you're done. Okay? Done. Let's make this bigger. Make this that. Okay, as you would see, there's some imperfections there. So as you would see, we have created this type of photo, right? Using content-aware crop. Okay. Let's close this. So we are all clear about content-aware crop, right? We also have what we call content-aware fill. But if you're going to create panoramas, regardless if your hands is not steady, for example, ito medyo mas mataas, ito mas mababa, you can just do a content-aware fill on that. But you just have to go on image and then panorama. No. Again, let's go to file, automate, and then let's make photo merge. Okay? But I'm not going to demonstrate that because I'm going to demonstrate that on Lightroom because it's faster in Lightroom. Okay? Let's close this and let's go and close this. Again, don't save because let's go to, again, another feature that we have on Photoshop which is faster than ever, or this is a new one. We call this as match font. Okay? So, who among you has a problem with the fonts and then you post it online and you said, what? Anong font to? Yan. So, problema yun nangyari yan. Especially if you're on Gap, marami nangyaring ganon. Hi, Gap. Yan. So, as you would see, how can we do this? You just have to select the font that you need to be searched, for example, or for the typekit recommendation, for the typekit engine. You just have to select it. select this, go to type, go to match font, and as you would see, automatically using Creative Cloud, it would give you suggestions kung anong font yung nakikita niya doon. Okay? And as you would see, pag wala talaga siya, it would give you a question is, paano kung wala siya? Okay? Pag wala siya, it would give you some suggestions na maaaring mag-fit doon. It doesn't work as perfect as we would want it to be, but at least we have suggestions for that. Okay? As you would see, maybe we could use this font. As you would see, merong konting inclination doon. We can use any of this, for example. Hindi lumalabas yung kaninang typekit recommendation or yung Hypatia something. So, we can just do something like this and just use this. Okay? So, that is match font. So, this is a fairly new implementation of the technology. Maybe in the long run, mas gaganda pa yung implementation. But at least, it would recommend you something.
Can
right?
you change the previous text, for example? Can you change it?
Not yet, sir. Not yet. Not yet in this release. Okay. Yes.
Saan yung source niya? Saan siya kumukuha sa sarili mong...
No. Okay. The question is, saan siya kumukuha ng, let's say, algorithm ng reference for this? It looks on the typekit web service itself and also the pixels from the font itself. It has an algorithm for that. Yes, sir, again.
Do we have to be connected in the internet?
The question is, do we have to be connected to the internet? Yes, you do need to be connected to the internet. For it to be, to learn that we have some certain fonts that we need to address. Okay? You need internet connection for this feature. Okay? That's a great question. Again, I'm just going to click OK. So, yun yung sinuggest niya. And it would not change the font. Hopefully, sana, in the future, it would change the font. Okay. So, that's how you detect the font itself. So, let's just close this. Let's move on to another feature that we have. It is what we call a face-aware Liquify. So, in this example, if you want your face to be edited, face lang muna ha, not body. Again, before session 1, someone is already asking me, can I edit my body using that? No, you have to use the old way of doing this, using the Liquify. Okay? So in this example, we just choose this. Let's just go to the layers. It needs to be unlocked. So let's go to where? Go to Filter, Liquify. Okay. On the first basis, baka magulat kayo, sabihin nyo, bakit wala yung mga controls na to? We don't have controls. Because if you click here, this is the old version of the Liquify. Okay? Here, check here. Ito yung dating version ng Liquify. If you press here, Face Tool, it will automatically detect the face itself. Okay? Let's just zoom in. Control plus. As you would see, you can modify the shape of the face. For this example, we want to make him thinner. You want his chin to be a little smaller. Pwede nyo gawin yan. You can do that. In this example, I am also a victim of this. If you have a big forehead like me, you can just make this smaller. Okay, your hairline. See, my hairline is that. Okay. If you want to make your eyes bigger, you just do this here. Make it wider. Okay. If you're a visual person, you could just use the visual controls here. Okay. Or you can just use the toggle switches here. Okay. If you want to do it by the numbers. Question? Okay. That's how Face Liquify works. So if I press OK, the great thing is I can also apply the filter again. Let's go to Liquify, and then let's make him more thinner than usual. We can make him thinner. Okay? Alam ko may celebrity ganyan. No. Chika minute. Okay. Okay, let's just close this. So, are you okay with this? Content aware. Face aware Liquify. Okay, let's just close this. Because of this technology, I know some of you will be capitalizing on this, on making caricatures of any person. Please take that advantage now. Baka munahan ko kayo. Hindi, joke. Let's go to it's how do some of you do a work, for example, you extract people from background?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of you, like most graphic designers do that, right?
The
So
refined edge has disappeared.
yes,
I
they
updated the other day.
yes. What happened with the refined edge is this: we have what we call a new mode called select and mask. Okay, what we can do is that we can use what we call the quick selection mask and this. Just highlight all of this. In this example, just select all of this, select all of this to here. Let's move on to the here. I'm not using the feature yet, huh? I'm not using the feature yet. Select this, select all of this. Yeah. For example, that I'm not selecting the hair yet, but I can just go to the select and mask here sa taas. If I click on that, it stays the same. It doesn't give you a dialog box like the refine edge before. And then you can just brush away using this new tool. We have a new algorithm on this, the refine edge brush tool. And as you would see, you can just effectively create mask like this. I'm just going to opacity, adjust the on black. As you would see, you can just create finer details using this. Okay, if I want, I can just make my brush bigger. So as you would see, if you want to create the contrast here, just brush there. Lots of. I'm not going to select all of them, but you still have all of the options that you have from the earlier version of the Refine Edge. Okay, it's much more accessible rather than doing the dialog box. Okay, because after I click OK, I have selected this. I can go back here and then just do it again. Okay, click OK rather than doing the Refine Edge. Okay, let's close this. If you want the result, this is the result of that design. Let's just move into the 2016 June release. Let's go to Photoshop. Let's go to selection and mask, and this is the final image for the design that we implemented, which is phenomenal. Okay, so you would see, sobrang linis ng hair, right? Almost no green fragments. If you check the decontaminate colors, that will give you a much more accurate representation of the selection itself. Okay, let's close here, and I think we should do a bathroom break or a bio break for 5 minutes now. You can get a coffee, you can have some snacks there, because we are only human. We need to have a break. Yeah. You can create another layer also again using selected mask. Yeah.
Some merienda din po. There's also coffee at the back.
I just have to highlight this again. Let's go back to the final. No, not this one. Just for the sake of the argument, this one.
I thought it was refined edge.
Okay. Yeah, you can still output this to a following. Okay. But the thing is, when you click on the contaminate colors, it has greater control rather than before. Mas maganda yung algorithm niya. For example, this one, it can almost you can do this on refined edge. Halos kailangan you have to tweak the settings. This one is automatically detecting it.
I just didn't know that last time.
Yeah. It's okay.
Wala rin plug-in. I use yung Mask Pro for
Yes. Oo, lalo na yon. Okay, let's close this. What's this? Eagle patterns.
Sige, saan ko po kayo?
Hindi, wala na siya. You had to do something.
Okay, I'm just going to end the live session now.